Friends, last lecture we have to discuss about the fuel cells and the application of the solid electrolyte. Okay, in this fuel cell we have to discuss the introductory part of the fuel cell, and in this fuel cell we have to discuss the how to this fuel cell it is useful for the cars, manufactured for the cars, then the laptops, then the mobile phones. Okay, therefore this fuel cell as a lithium ion battery used in the laptop, phones, etc. Okay, therefore in this lecture we have to discuss about the fuel cell. Next point is about the reduction of oxygen. Okay, reduction of oxygen at the cathode is rather slow at low temperature and in order to increase the rate of reaction. Okay, therefore the reduction of the oxygen at cathode means at cathode your oxygen is reduction, therefore it is reduction is slow at the low temperature. Okay, therefore your reduction of the oxygen at cathode, therefore its rate of reaction is slow and its temperature is low, and in order to increase the rate of reaction, therefore your reduction of the oxygen reaction, therefore its rate of reaction is increases. Why it is increases? Because its temperature and its rate of reaction is decreases, therefore its rate of reaction is increases. And the expensive platinum catalyst is incorporated into carbon electrode. Okay, therefore the platinum catalyst is expensive and it is incorporated into carbon electrode. Okay, therefore if the electrolytes allows the passage of H plus ion, the cell reaction can be written as. Okay, therefore if the electrolytes is allows the passage of H plus ion, electrolytes are allow the passage of H plus ion, the reaction can be written as A is equal to S2 double oblique platinum carbon platinum oblique carbon electrode, then double oblique hydrogen electrolyte, then double oblique platinum carbon electrolytes, then oxygen O2 gas. Anode is equal to S2 is equal to H plus plus 2 electron, this is the anode, and then cathode is equal to carbon, that is 1 half O2 plus 2H plus plus 2 electron is equal to S2O. Okay, the theoretical EMF for these cells, okay, theoretical EMFs for this cell, it is calculated from the Gibbs function. Okay, therefore your cell reaction, its theoretical EMF, it is calculated from the Gibbs function, and that Gibbs function it is for the decomposition of water. Okay, this Gibbs function it is for the decomposition of water, and it is E is equal to 1.229 volt at the 298 Kelvin, means at 298 Kelvin. Therefore Gibbs function shows the EMF of the cell that about E is equal to 1.229 volt. Okay, but it decreases with the temperature to about 1 volt at the 500 Kelvin. Okay, your temperature is decreases, therefore its EMF also decreases. Okay, then the compressed hydrogen needs a strong tank. It can withstand high pressure involved in such cylinder are very heavy. Okay, therefore your compressed hydrogen gas, that hydrogen gas needs a strong tanks. Okay, needs a strong tank, and that can be withstand high pressure involving such cylinder. Okay, therefore high pressure it is involving in such cylinders. This cylinder is containing the compressed hydrogen, therefore high pressure it is involved in such cylinder are very heavy. Why it is heavy? Because it containing the high pressure involving substances and the compressed hydrogen gas, therefore your cylinder is heavy. Okay, then the liquefied hydrogen requires cooling, must be kept very cold. Okay, in the liquefied, okay, some of the hydrogen in the gaseous form and the liquefied form. Okay, therefore the liquefied hydrogen it is a required cooling. Okay, this liquefied hydrogen required the cooling, it must be kept very cold, it must be kept very cold. Okay, therefore your liquefied hydrogen it is a cooling and it is must be in very cold condition. Okay, this is the point in the fuel cell. Then the hydrogen also has to be generated very pure hydrogen. Okay, hydrogen it is also generated very pure hydrogen, it required by some fuel cell. Okay, it required by some fuel cell, and it is electrolytically produced. Okay, and these some cells are produced, and these some cells are produced, it is by electrolytically produced. Okay, electrolytically we have to produce the fuel cell very pure hydrogen. Okay, therefore this hydrogen also has to be generated. Hydrogen is generated very pure hydrogen, and it required by some fuels and electrically produced. Means this pure hydrogen, it is required by some fuels and electrolytically produced. When electrolytically and the fuels, it is produced by the pure hydrogen, which is a expensive process. Okay, this is expensive process, and it is processed unless the cheap sources of electricity. Means this hydrogen gas, it is a cheap sources of electricity. Next point is about the alternative is to use the reforming reaction. Okay, alternatively we have to use the reforming reaction, and that hydrogen rich sources such as methane or methanol. Okay, you have to know about in the reforming reaction. In the reforming reaction, therefore the hydrogen rich source is about the methane. Okay, you have to know about the methane. Carbon valence is 4, therefore it containing the 4 hydrogen. Okay, it containing 4 hydrogen, and it is the highest hydrogen resource. Okay, then it is reacted with the steam to produce the hydrogen and the carbon dioxide. Therefore this methane are reacted with the steam, methane are reacted with the steam and to produce hydrogen. Okay, methane, it is reacted with the steam to produce hydrogen and carbon dioxide. Okay, then the catalyst is a poison by the sulfur in the fuel. Okay, therefore we have to discuss about the platinum catalyst. Okay, this platinum catalyst is, it is a poison by sulfur in fuel, in your fuel. Therefore the catalyst we have to use in the fuel, and therefore it is a poisonous by the sulfur in the fuel. And the small quantity of carbon monoxide are produced with the hydrogen in the reforming reaction. Okay, therefore the small quantity of the carbon monoxide, and it is produced with the hydrogen. Okay, it is produced with the hydrogen in reforming reaction. Therefore the poisonous the platinum catalyst in the fuel cell. Therefore it is poisonous the catalyst, platinum catalyst in the fuel cell, and there are reducing its efficiency. Okay, therefore your platinum catalyst is poisonous, therefore this catalyst efficiency is reduces. Okay, there are several types of the fuel cell, and it is currently under development using a different electrolyte stream, namely phosphoric acid. Okay, PFC, alkaline molten carbon, that is MCFC, then regenerative zinc, air protonic ceramic, that is PCFC, then the proton exchange membrane, that is a PEM, then the direct methanol, that is DMFC, and the solid oxide SOS are the last 4 content of the solid electrolyte. Okay, then the last point is that is about the solid oxide fuel cell. It is a employ a ceramic oxide. Okay, your solid oxide fuel cell, it is employed ceramic oxide, and that electrolyte which becomes O2 minus. Okay, your electrolyte which becomes O2 minus, that conducting at high temperature. Okay, therefore the solid electrolyte which becomes the O2 minus. Okay, and that conducting the very high temperature. Then the advantages, that is the temperature reforming H plus production, and that can takes internally without need for expensive platinum catalyst. Okay, the advantages of the fuel cell is about, that is the temperature reforming and the H plus production, it can takes place internally. Okay, this H plus production, it can take internally without need for expensive platinum catalyst. Means does not help of the platinum catalyst. Therefore your H plus production is maximally, because the long time needed to get the cell up to its operating temperature, and it is not harmful the powering vehicle. Okay, therefore the solid oxide fuels, it's a long time needed to get the cell up, and it is operating the temperature. Means this fuel cell, it is operating the temperature, and it is not the power, it is not the useful for powering vehicle. Means this is not the useful for powering vehicle, but it can be used for more generation building and the industry in the 5.20 figure, that is a cell reaction. Okay, therefore this is a cell reaction. Okay, that cell reaction, it is the same as it is on upper cell reaction. Okay, therefore the mini oxide would be a liberating electron and thus leading to unwanted electronic conductivity. Okay, therefore the mini oxide, okay, we have to firstly solid oxide. Okay, therefore different types of the mini oxide, that mini oxide it would reduced, this oxide are reduced, and this is a liberating the electron. Okay, these oxides are liberating the electron and thus leading to unwanted electronic conductivity. Means the many oxides that would reduce, many oxide that would reduce, and it is a liberating the electron, it is liberating the electron and thus leading to unwanted electronic conductivity. Means it is unwanted electronic conductivity. Therefore this is the point. Okay, then lastly point is about the proton exchange membrane fuel cell. Okay, that is known as PEM. The PEM cell which operate much lower temperature. Okay, this is the proton exchange membrane, it is operate at much low temperature, that is about 80 degrees Celsius, and here the electrolyte is conducting the power. Okay, in the PEM, therefore the electrolyte is conducting polymer membrane. Okay, and therefore it is a which is sulfonated, the fluoropolymer. Okay, this usually Nafion, it is a sulfonated fluoropolymer by the duponded strength of the Gore Tex. Okay, this is the first point. Then last point, that is the most car manufacturer have the prototype of zero emission vehicle. Okay, you have to example of the zero emission vehicles such as the cars. Okay, buses. Okay, etc. are all the prototypes of zero emission vehicle. And the first hydrogen fuel cell is a consumer vehicle. Okay, the first hydrogen fuel cell is a consumer vehicle, and that is in the Nissan 4x4 pickup and truck. Okay, this is all about the fuel cell. Next time we discuss about the sensor.